Okay, so I just wanted to start logging the actual damage to the underside of the chassis here, and or what's actually getting hit on the rough terrain of a good bashing spot like we were just at. And I hit a couple of good hard chunks of concrete, stuff like that were out there. It's a construction site, so of course I'm going to get chunks taken out of the aluminum here and all that. But what I'm concerned about is not the skid plates here, is the actual battery and the wire for the balance connector and all that kind of stuff, especially the servo right here, the underside. That if they get hit with a a good sized hunk of concrete or something like that, is it going to crack right through it or not? This is a pretty solid case on there. But also the actual linkage here and the servo horns on here for the servos are all exposed. Now, if you're hitting something, you're going to kind of gloss over them and maybe start hitting back here. But still, if you land and it goes, as it hits right on them, it can definitely break some linkages and servos on there quite quick. As you can see, there's no contact on any of these on here for that hard bash spot, but there is a bunch of contact on the actual skid plates here, which is just fine. And the bumpers are doing good. I hit some good sized boulders out there with the front bumper here that actually stopped it dead, and nothing broke. And of course the arms and the shocks, everything else is just fine. It's so darn beefy on here. This battery pack is beyond peeving me off. Being down here, you got to take it out all the time to charge it and all that stuff. And the fact that it's down here and the wire runs up and over here to try to power up the receiver box and all that. And then with winter coming and salt, we get salt up here obviously. There'll be some salt mixed in anywhere I drive around in the winter. That's just going to get in here and corrode the balance connector, so I can't actually, balance charge it or anything like that. So then there's going to get water on the pack, and these packs aren't necessarily waterproof. So this thing is definitely getting relocated, definitely. The truck's over 18 pounds. I don't know how much it is with fuel in it and all that, but this little pack being up here, let's see here. See, it's a pretty heavy truck, so if I relocate that pack up to here, maybe somewhere right here, somewhere in this area up here, not next to the fuel obviously or the hot engine components, have to be somewhere up in here. This thing already squats low in the back from all the weight being here on back with the transmission and all that anyways, so it's definitely okay to put it up here. I can adjust the spring rate and all that just for that if it's going to affect it. But that little battery pack weighs like nothing compared to this 18-pound truck. So I'm definitely going to relocate that. And it's got a nice long lead on it, so I can move it around as needed up here away from all linkages and reconnect it, because down there it's just not working. The one other thing I wanted to go over is the dirt. A lot of people say to run those outerwears filter screens on here, like a dry pre-filter to the pre-filter. Then a lot of people are saying that it wasn't doing nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it maintained, blow it off, have access to compressed air and all that stuff, keep all this maintained. And then what I'm going to do is buy, like K&N air filter spray they have for their filters to wet them down. And I'm just going to keep washing this outer pre-filter and using the K&N light oil on there to oil it up to catch all this stuff, because it does a very good job, and it's part of driving the car anyways, maintenance. So, and if you look, nice and dirty, right? It's probably ready for a cleaning. Look at the actual filter down below. So it does a very, very good job of keeping garbage out of there, and I'm just going to go ahead and keep the stock one on there and just maintain the heck out of it, just like the rest of the truck here. You got to maintain it. So that's my thoughts on that, as far as seeing how dirty it has gotten. And what's nice on the actual slipper area right here, this whole area is nice and enclosed like a regular slipper, but they also enclosed it from the backside here to keep dust and large debris out as much as they can. So that's a fully enclosed system, which is nice also. So far, so good.